Let's start at the beginning, my beginning, with the story of Harold and Anne. My parents first officially met in San Francisco during the summer of 1966. They both attended Washington University, and my dad knew my mom peripherally as the beautiful girl who had briefly dated two of his roommates. After one of them came home from a hayride with my mom, my dad asked, "How was it?" "Weird," the friend said. "Weird? Really? How?" He was intrigued. "Well," the guy said, "she only spoke in quotes from Billy Budd the whole time." Oddly, my dad thought, I gotta meet this girl. My mom was vaguely aware of my dad from his college theater work, most notably his role as the priest of Zeus in Oedipus Rex, and writing and performing in several fraternity-related shows. The summer after he graduated in 1966, my dad headed west with his brother Stephen and college friend David. Soon after arriving in San Francisco, they ended up at the apartment where my mom was staying with two of her girlfriends. He described first seeing her intently watching The Dybbuk, a 1937 Yiddish-language Polish fantasy film drama, on a TV so staticky you could barely make out the picture. He tried casually chatting with her, but she shushed him, leaning closer to the TV. Despite this, he thought she was interesting and beautiful and decided to ask her out for Friday night. "I can't," she told him. "I'm seeing the Bolshoi Ballet." "Okay, then, how about Saturday?" "I can't. I'm seeing the Bolshoi Ballet." She had bought tickets for the whole run, but agreed to go out with him the following week. He knew she was different from other girls he dated, but I don't think he realized just quite how different she was until they started spending more time together. One day, after my mom and dad had gone out a few times, they were listening to music in her room when, out of nowhere, she slapped him hard across the face. He dramatized this encounter in an autobiographical script he wrote called To Be or Not to Be, about his early 20s. As of now, the screenplay remains unproduced. Interior, Jane's house. It's a rambling Victorian with high ceilings, lots of woodwork, reasonably well-maintained. Her roommates, Hayes and Ginger, are watching TV and reading in the living room, which is nicely decorated with inexpensive thrift shop furniture, colorful French posters, and cheap Asian folk art. Jane leads Julian into her bedroom. Cut to interior Jane's room. Julian has never seen anything like it. The decor is a cross between an Edwardian boudoir and a harem, a mad mix of Indian cloth, lace, floral prints, an oriental rug, Moroccan leather ottoman, colorfully painted camel skin lamps with beautiful fringed silk scarves artfully draped over them, ostrich feathers, an Art Nouveau writing desk, and in the center of the room a graceful turn-of-the-century chaise longue. Julian. Wow, incredible. Jane, lighting candles. Do you want to sit down? Julian. Sure. He looks around and sits on the chaise. The room smells like it looks, like an exotic potpourri. Jane puts on a record, a beautiful aria. Julian. Opera. Cool. Jane. You like it? Julian. I don't know. I haven't heard that much. Jane. Well, give it a try. I'm just going to change. 1 second. She disappears behind a lacquered 3-panel Chinese screen. Julian, looking around. Where's your bed? Jane, from behind the screen. You're sitting on it. Julian, the sofa? Chaise? She emerges from behind the screen wearing an exotic floor-length flowing white robe embroidered with red roses. Jane, it's not really a chaise. It's called a fainting couch. Julian, regarding her robe. That's incredible. Jane, I just got it. It's from India. She sits next to him. Look at this needlework. She gathers the skirt and lays the silken folds in his hands for him to see. Jane, it's done by children in villages so poor they never know if they'll even have anything to eat, but somehow they manage to do this beautiful work. I think that's so tragic. Her eyes fill with tears. Julian doesn't know what to say. Julian, are you okay? Jane, yes, I'm just sad. How can life be so cruel? Really weeping now. Julian tentatively puts his arm around her shoulders, trying to be comforting, but feeling helpless. Julian, can I get you anything? Jane stops crying. No, thank you. I don't want you to think that you have to fix everything for me. It's okay to be sad sometimes. There are real things in life to be sad about. Julian, I know. They look into each other's eyes, then Julian slowly leans in and kisses her tenderly. After a moment, their lips part and he sits back, still gazing into her eyes. Suddenly, she slaps him surprisingly hard across the face. Julian, shocked and angry, what was that for? Jane, I don't know. Julian, baffled, you don't know? Was it because I kissed you? Jane, I don't think so. I liked it. Julian, did I do something wrong? Jane, I don't know. Did you? Julian stares at her, really indignant, but not sure why. Julian, that was very weird. Jane, don't you think you're making an awfully big deal about a little slap? Julian, it hurt. Jane, that bad? Julian, no, it was just surprising, that's all. Jane, maybe that's a good thing. Julian, yeah, well, hitting me with the chair would be surprising too, but I don't think it would be a good thing. What were you thinking? Jane, I don't know, that I wanted to slap you. I'm not angry. I'm not offended or insulted. Does there have to be a reason? He looks at her for a moment. Julian, just tell me, are you going to be doing that again? Jane, do you want me to? Julian, no. Jane, then I won't. She looks deep into his eyes, then he leans forward and kisses her again, embracing her as they sink down onto the fainting couch. And scene.